is so hot where I am right now. It's like nearly impossible to be on camera. I still wanted to show up. Let's do an astrology reading, a card for the day like we used to do. Everyone's been doing amazingly. It's so hot where I am. There's so much going on astrologically. I haven't had a moment to sit down and just gather my thoughts and get all of the notes for the astrology together. I've kind of been asking myself, how am I showing up for myself? And how am I showing up for you guys? And frankly, this has to be it for right now. Let's just do a card for the day. And let's see how we get on. Tomorrow, Virgo, I will show up for you, of course. But let's do a card of the day and we'll talk more astrology tomorrow. Alright, let's get a reading for the week. What are the general themes? What do I need to tell everybody? What is the message that needs to be delivered? This may be a short message. I'm just going to do... not even a card of the week. Alright, let's just do whatever comes out. Let's see what is going on. What do the viewers need to know? What do I need to say? What do I need to deliver in terms of a message? Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. This is very much strong divine feminine energy at play here, and I feel like since Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Cancer and it being Cancer season, there needs to be a real emphasis on how this is the time of the divine feminine, the time of the divine mother, the divine maiden, you know, the novice. And there is here this energy of really needing to return to a level of sovereignty for this particular feminine energy. I personally am not one who believes that we all carry feminine and masculine energy within us. I don't subscribe to that nonsense. I believe that we are what we came here to be because we've all got our own soul purpose. So we are what we are, and it's better we accept what we are and we be exactly what we're supposed to be, as opposed to trying to mold to societal wants, needs, you know, what society expects of us. There's this real heavy focus here on this divine feminine really needing to step into her power, overcoming any levels of anxiety, overcoming any kind of places where she's been afraid or she's been fearful, and she's really going to have to step into this brave, authentic energy of Uranus in the sign of Aquarius. Uranus in the sign of Gemini even. This is thinking outside of the box. This is you really coming from the inside out, especially when it comes to your abundance, how you're showing up for yourself, and how you're showing up in the world. Please remember, there is this energy of really needing to look at how you are functioning from a true feminine standpoint. Okay? Now, I'm not talking to any of the masculines here at the moment. This message is specifically for the divine feminine in this season. There's going to need to be a level of bravery. There's going to need to be a level of assertiveness. There's going to need to be a level of cutthroatness about you, especially when it comes to you gathering your goods, you saving your goods, you maintaining your boundaries, and you keeping what is worth value and importance fiercely protected. Page of Pentacles. There is an invitation, right? This could be a job offer. This can be some sort of passive income, okay? There is this job opportunity, this means of making some form of passive income, really to give you this level of security and this ability to save that you may not have had before. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. To the feminine that I'm talking to right now, all your hard work is finally being paid off, right? There is this offer, could be a job offer, could be someone offering you something of substance and value that is really about to help you grow roots, settle down and grow roots. This is a level of stability that is being brought forward to you, especially during Jupiter and Leo, okay? Jupiter and Leo, fast-paced, fast-moving, apex Predator, here to survive, going in for the kill, really not taking no for an answer. You are either preyed on or you are the predator. Okay? Now this energy really is screaming bravery, the Emperor. Can we just say, whoever this Aries energy is, this Emperor energy, now the masculines entered the chat. All right, here we go, masculine. There is a very prominent fire sign masculine energy here that is looking to Jupiter and Leo. Here we go. Very prominent fire sign energy here that really is looking to seal the deal when it comes to this particular divine feminine. Okay, we're talking long term, we're talking you being offered an opportunity to really grow roots and create some form of legacy with this Emperor energy, whoever this Emperor energy may be. If you are the Emperor, the message for you is, you know, all of the good deeds that you did and you thought that they went kind of unnoticed, it really is time for you to stop focusing on the spilt milk. Masculine, I'm only talking to you at this point. It's time for you to stop focusing on the spilt milk and really start focusing on what you still have got going for you. Because whatever it is that you still got going on is going to get you exactly where you need to get to. But the minute you pull your head out of the sand and actually look at what it is that you know that you can't change anymore, and how it is the things that you worked hard for before that didn't show up for you, now they are. Be assertive about your own energy, also divine masculine. Divine feminine, please expect an offer. Please expect some form of security. Please expect a real increase in your abundance. Divine masculine, you are being told to be really apex about where you're taking your future. And if you're willing to actually take charge, and if you're willing to move forward with a level of awareness that there is nothing outside of you that should be holding more power, more authority, and more ownership than what you are for your own life. Here right now, King of Swords, I'm going to put that directly on top of the Queen of Swords. And here's the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to sit that right next to the Ten of Pentacles. You've got a decision to make now that there is this energy of going into the heat of Leo season whilst Jupiter is in Leo. There's gonna need to be, whilst Uranus is doing this whole retrograde thing in Gemini also, I think like there is gonna have to be this level of mental astuteness that you may not have necessarily been allowing yourself or feeling the necessity of. I think with Uranus being retrograde in the sign of Gemini, it's gonna have to be fast thinking all the way. Utterly and entirely fast thinking all the way, especially when it comes to where you yourself may have sabotaged financial abundance for yourself because you were regurgitating the same script that the system had planned out for you. Now, this is where I'm saying to you, Uranus going into retrograde in the sign of Gemini really is you kind of breaking out of the bounds, that may have been put onto you by societal systematic bullshit that you're really going to have to look outside of right now. Okay. What else do I need to tell the collective while I am here? Okay. Wherever you may have been put in a situation to really have to defend yourself and really have to like justify your actions, who you are, there is going to be somewhere here where you get an opportunity to really see how above a lot of this bullshit you are. Ace of Cups. There is this new emotional contentment, this new emotional beginning, especially when it comes to family, especially when it comes to where you can create a legacy, and especially when it comes to the home space, that's going to bring about with it this level of fun that you may not have felt for a really long time. You're going to have to really be quite in a playful, fun energy. All right. One more card and then I'm out, guys. There's so many pages here. There's 3 pages. Here is the 3rd one. That's the Page of Swords. And that is the 2 of Wands. If I can tell you guys anything about this week, it really is, there's information that's coming forward to you. A lot of you are really going to have to be a little bit on guard and a little bit defensive and are really quite very assertive about where it is that you're going to have to defend or justify or protect yourself when it comes to the things that you love. You're kind of being given an opportunity right now really to look at things from a fresh perspective, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. The best thing that you can do right now is see where you can learn new things, right? You're being asked and guided to save your money, create some sort of future and create some sort of security for yourself, and be really quite defensive about what it takes to be protective about what's yours. The things that you're offered, the things that you're being offered right now really do have a lot to do with creating longevity and security for yourself. You're going to have to, however, get off of the cyclical financial bullshit that you may have been fed by systematic institutions really to keep your bitch to the system. It really is about breaking free from all of that bullshit right now. The more ownership and authority you're taking during Leo being in the sign of Jupiter, Jupiter being in the sign of Leo, really is saying to you, you have to be very brave about life right now, okay? You're gonna have to be very, very brave about how you are overcoming certain anxieties that may be showing up in your life. The best way to overcome this is really to begin to see how faithful you can be to your awareness. The positivity that you maintain in the outlook of how you wish to perceive this projection really is going to get you from A to B. Guys, I'm afraid that is all I have for now. I hope everybody enjoyed the reading. If you wish to receive the benefits of the reading, you have got to have hit that thumbs up button and you got to be subscribed.